Hello, hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Saddleback Church, Santa Rosa family. How are you? Good morning, Pastor Matt.
How are you? Hello, Mike. How are you?
Good, doing great.
Good, good, good. We having a good weekend this weekend. I've been a little bit on the mend this weekend. I pulled a
Mhm.
muscle on Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't going to talk about it, but it's good to invite people in to pray for you and to
Yeah.
encourage you and to make fun of you. And so I was playing badminton and I pulled a calf muscle. It popped. And
Wow.
yeah, it was painful to say the least. And so I've just been resting the last 2 days now, trying to get it healed. So
hmm
that's my weekend. I think that might be a reflection, or others might be able to relate. The challenges of life, the challenges of getting older
The
in
challenges of
life
aging. Yeah.
as well. But I still have my coffee. Hey, Mike, I still got
Of
my
course.
mug. I got my SSM, my best life group leader mug that
All
was
right.
given to me in honor of us highlighting and spotlighting our Saddleback Student Ministries today. So that's the mug
Wow.
of
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
How are you? How's your
I'm
weekend?
good. I'm kind of busy weekend because there's things that we are preparing in our church, and that's great.
Mm,
Great. Something that we will surprise our followers, our attenders, our members for this coming event on the 29th. Yes,
awesome.
we'll be having our what? Our night of
Drive
thanks,
in,
drive-in
night
night
of
of thanks.
thanks.
Yes, that's on the 29th.
Next week, a week from today, we'll be
Correct.
together in our church parking lot. And so you're preparing for the end of the night. We have something
Correct.
special as we launch the Christmas Advent season, correct?
Right. Right. That's right.
Yes.
So we are so excited for it because we are doing this to give encouragement to those who will be attending and seeing our
Yes.
church. All right. And
Yes. Well,
I've seen the registration. We have 34 who registered as of now.
34 now. Wow, wow. Okay,
34.
so we
Yeah.
got a few more. We got a few more since yesterday or since a couple
Yep.
days ago. Good. So we can fit 80 cars. So we're almost halfway
Mm-hmm.
there, living on a prayer. And so
Yep.
make sure you sign up. Don't miss out on this special time
Make
together. I
sure
want to
to
say good
register.
morning,
Yeah.
everybody who's joining us. Chicklet, good morning. Arlene, good morning to you. The aches and pains of sports. Yes. Yeah,
Chiclet has
I
something
feel
for
you.
you.
See what?
Chiclet has something for you. She
Oh,
said
yeah.
moringa oil will make you better. Will make you feel
Ma-
better.
Moringa what? Oh,
Yeah, there you
Moringa.
go. Moringa oil.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot. Arlene, yes, thank you. Wilson, good
Hello,
morning to
Arlene.
you. Please let us know that you're joining us. Maybe let us know uh, how your Christmas decor is coming along in your home, maybe at your workplace. I don't know. Let us know how you're getting in the Christmas spirit. This Christmas is right around the corner. 1 month, just over 1 month away is
Right.
Christmas. Yes. All right. Well, good to see people joining us and jumping on here. Zara, good to see you this morning. Awesome. Vita, magandang umaga to you as well. Awesome. Well, we have a lot of great things happening. We're excited about it for this morning, but we've got a lot of things happening in the coming weeks as well with our Thanksgiving month as well as our
Mhm.
Christmas festivities for next month as well. And be sure you're
Yep.
following us on social media and also checking us out on our website as well. We don't want you to miss out on being connected with all that we have going on.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
well, why don't you introduce who we have this morning, P. Mike, as we jump into our spotlight?
All right. Yan, eto na. So, guys, we will
Yeah.
be introducing with you our guest. They are representing SSM or Saddleback Student Ministry. So, let me call on our first guest. Ladies first. Let me call on Nikki Guloy or Nicole Guloy. Yeah. And then
Hi
also,
guys.
Good morning,
good
Nikki.
morning,
Good
Nikki. And
morning,
then
Pastor.
we also have Anna Wilk.
Anna
Yeah.
Wilk.
Hello,
Anna
everybody.
Wilk.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And of course, our friend, our Kuya Jorin. Jorin Kaipang.
Woo! Hi
Yes,
guys.
our
Good
student
morning.
director. Good morning, Joran. How are you?
Morning. I'm great. I'm great. Excited.
Good.
Yon.
Joran, first things first.
Yeah.
How is your No Shave November going? I have to get an update on that.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to show you every bristle.
Yes.
I'm proud of this because I only started growing hair when I got around early 20s on my face. So I'm really proud. Now it's a bit of a mustache.
So we
Awesome.
started November with 10. Now you have 25.
Yeah. This is a whole month. This is a whole month.
One per day. Well done, Joran. Well done.
One per day.
One per day. Well, you guys, I have to let you know I have my special life group leader mug that I think Joran, you gave this to us a couple years ago, if I remember right.
I think
And so
so.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this. I don't always feel like I'm the best life group leader, but this encourages me.
Yeah.
This encourages me.
For your life group, you are the best life group
For
leader.
your life.
You're
I don't even know
definitely
about
the
that. I think my co-leader Ian, my Ian is definitely the favorite. He's definitely the
Yeah.
favorite.
If he was on this, we tell him he's the best life group leader. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys, thanks for joining us here this morning. We're excited to hear a little bit of your hearts and your story of leading a life group and loving on and shepherding our students, our girls, our boys that are in these critical years of being teenagers. We know so much change is happening in the teenage years. We're experiencing this in our own home. I know Anna is as well, and so is Pastor Mike with our own kids, and even Jor, your sister.
Yeah.
But it can be challenging, but at the same time, it's so crucial and so critical to find to have loving God loving, student loving adults, investing in the lives of our kids and our students. And so we can't wait just to hear a little bit about your heart here this morning. So thank you for jumping in with us today and sharing with our church family. Really appreciate
No problem.
Sure.
Yeah, so exciting. So let's start with this. How long have you been a member ba with Saddleback Church? Let's start with Anna, and then we go to Nikki, and then Jory.
Since 2015, so 5 years now.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, from the time we were still in monochrome.
Yes, right. Monochrome. I still
Legends.
remember
Legend.
Monochrome.
Legends.
Wow, thank you for
Thank
sticking
you.
around that long. Yes.
Yeah, 5
Oh, thank
years.
you. It's been very life changing.
Yeah, thank you. How about you, Nikki? Ito, one of the legends din ba to?
Yeah, OG
Yeah.
yan, OG.
2014 for me. So even before the
2014.
church launched, I
Ah,
started volunteering already for Saddleback. So that's 6.5 years.
6.5 years. Talaga, with the point 5. Yeah.
Yes.
6.5 years. How about you, Jor?
Me? Well, I think I was just a month ahead of Nikki
Yeah.
being a part of the team. So 6.6 years.
6.55 actually.
Yeah. Since we're competitive and we're comparing right now. Yeah, I'd
I
say
would say 6.55 is more accurate.
oh,
There you go.
6.55. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
this
wow.
is so accurate. This is so accurate of the spirit of SSM. So
Yeah.
competitive. I love it. I love it. I love it. Church
Oh,
family, real quick, if you're watching right now, let us know how long you've been with us here at Saddleback.
Yes.
Let us know how long you've
Online
been part of
or
the
in
family.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a
Yeah.
shout out how long you've been with us.
Yeah. If
All right,
you know
Mike.
if you know what the monochrome is, you're a legend.
That's right. That's right.
Yan.
You were around during the days of the monochrome, the tents.
The
Tents and the office for SSM,
Yeah.
and car, shuttling students back and forth and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you, kanina, so thank you for sharing. But kanina, you've been mentioning about life groups. So what is life group? Can you help us understand, especially our viewers, what is life group all about?
Sure. I could hit the general strokes and then they could add a little bit more details. Well, basically, it's a group for teenagers where they could go through life with peers, people from the same age, gender, and grade, and where they're led by two, Jesus-loving leaders who are bringing them across through a process of getting to know Jesus more. So basically, that's all it is. It's a group where they do life together and they're led to Jesus. So that's a general stroke. And Ate Ana, Nikki, you guys can add some more.
Yeah, I think it's a great environment. It's a safe place for teenagers to really kind of share and expose their heart to fellow teenagers who have also decided to follow Jesus, with two loving, responsible adults who are there to kind of be a sounding board and, as I said, a safe space. Just to give you an idea, so I have two teenagers also in life group, and they both didn't want me to be their life group leader, which was fine, completely
Yeah,
fine.
very normal.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But I get it. They need another adult to be able to kind of guide them, and I fully trust, the life group leaders in SSM. I don't even kind of check on them or whatever because I know they're in good hands. But I just see the value of having another adult who's not their parent to be in the lives of a teenager. So yeah.
Nice.
Great words there, Anna. Thank you.
Great words.
And I love how you said responsible. Loving and responsible.
Made me think. PMAT made me
I don't
think.
always feel like I'm responsible. I don't know how responsible I
Me
am
too.
as a life
Me
group
too.
leader.
How about you, Nikki? You want to share something about it?
How do you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, just I love the idea that life groups. It's my first time leading life groups, and I just love the idea that we're setting up the students to have a community they can lean on for the whole school year. They're gonna be in the same group for the whole. Let's say I'm handling grade 7 students now, so at least they know that they have friends they can lean on to. No matter what goes on through all their schoolwork, especially in online schooling, because that's something new we're all navigating together. I never had to when I was going through high school, college. So just having this set of friends and set of tates and kuyas who they can, just kind of reach out to is great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So true.
Yeah. So, of course, sabi mo nga, Jorin mentioned earlier, or Anna mentioned, loving and responsible leaders. And Pastor Matt earlier mentioned that some of you here are first time in doing this, di ba? So, of course, being Nikki and Anna, knowing Anna and Nikki with their own responsibilities at work and family, di ba, parang so hard for them to invest more time. So, what's the decision process in you saying yes and saying, yes, I can lead a life group leader this year? Let's start siguro with Nikki.
Me? Sure. Nah, go ahead. I'll start. It's just just so you guys know, I'm the introvert in the group. So.
Oh, I am too.
Oh yeah, there is.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for me, it was really just it's a 3-year process, I think, because some of my best friends now are leaders at SSM, so they've been serving for a while, and every year when life group comes around, they ask me, "Hey Nikki, do you want to be a life group leader?" And the first 2 years that they asked me, I said no, because I didn't feel like the season was right, or I had a lot going on. And just this year, so of course they asked me again, and I think somehow there was a nudge in my heart to say yes this year, because for one thing, um, for me it's funny because there was something that I prayed through that before the past 2 years. It was just kind of an overwhelming season for me, and this year I said, I'm gonna say yes because I feel like things have kind of settled down, and then something happened that kind of rattled it after I said yes. So, I had to navigate through some changes and through some things, and that was tough. But for me, what I still pushed through and I still said yes to it, even though I had to face something that I was completely unprepared for. Because, when God calls you, and like the message today says, if you say, "Here I am, send me," and if you answer the call, even when the storm hits again, we still trust on God and lean into him, and the reason that there is a reason why you said yes and why this is happening in this season. So yeah, that's part of mine.
Great story.
Oh,
Thanks.
grabe. How
What a
about
journey.
you? Yeah. How about you, Ma'am Anna? Yes, Ma'am
Ma'am,
Anna.
sir,
Ma'am Anna.
ma'am, sir. Thank you, Ma'am Nikki. By the way, I'm an ambi. Nasa gitna ako.
Oh,
Claro and
right.
True.
I,
I'm ambi. So,
mm,
actually, I had two reasons for saying yes. So the first reason was really out of, profound gratefulness,
mm,
for how my life has really benefited from having, a loving, responsible ate to kind of guide me through the years of 13 to 20. So, her
Mm.
name's Maita. She just celebrated her 50th birthday actually last Friday.
Yay!
And she took me in when I was 13, together with like a bunch of other girls who are still my friends. One of them became my daughter's art mentor. Another one also served with me in, Gawad Kalinga and all of that. So we all kind of grew up under her loving mentorship. And many of us, have cried in the back of her car, worked through stupid things and prevented from doing stupid things because of her. So that was really one of the biggest reasons that I've really seen how my life has been blessed by her service and her generosity and her wisdom. And I kind of wanted to honor that by also giving back and honoring the service that she did. And then second was because I also know that my children, I have two teenagers, as I mentioned a while ago, um, can't grow up in isolation. I mean, we can do our best to really teach them, and that's what the Bible says. We have to train our children every single day. But I think just growing up in community and raising other teenagers to love Jesus is kind of my insurance to make sure that, like during the times or that they don't want to listen to me, that they can actually have other kids who love Jesus to look to and think that I'm not the only one who loves Jesus in my school, but I have this friend who's also going through the same struggles as me, and I just want to support the whole SSM program, because that's what you're trying to do. You're really trying to create that environment where all teenagers can safely and can really explore their journey with Jesus with other teenagers who are on the same path.
wow.
Wonderful.
Really?
Nice.
I love your
Nice.
perspective, Anna, as a mom first, but now as a leader in SSM, and now being a recipient of that with your daughter, with Ariel being in life groups for the last couple of years, and then now you're giving back in a way, of what you have been a benefit of as a family, and so thank you for that perspective.
Yan. Siguro
Right.
the next question I can ask is to Jorin. Like in terms of how are you processing leaders or choosing leaders to lead life groups? Because I know that there are some parents that they'll be entrusting their teenagers to these leaders, to these adults. But how are you processing that ba?
Well, first we look at the height. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Well, this year especially, me and the team, really looked at people who had a presence in the church here at Saddleback, who we thought really showed character and faith in their interactions with the church, not just with SSM, but we were looking at people who served at peace, people who were going through classes, and all the stories that would circulate around the staff and the CGT. And so we pick up from those, and then we look at those people and say, they would make a great influence in a young teenager's life. They would be a great man to be, to lead a young boy, or a great woman to lead a young girl. So that's part of what we do. And then once we do approach, we ask them individually, like, hey, we think you do great. And then we go through a pretty rigorous process, because we want to filter who are just excited because
Yeah.
they're asked, So we intentionally make it a pretty long process that they have to go through a video training of me, right? If you can sit through me, an hour of me talking, then this is God's call for you. Uh, and then go through that training, and then also a challenge to be open because they have to share their answers. And then also require them to submit. Now, this is a bit more of the technical side, but also to submit an NBI clearance to make sure there's not any criminal. Yeah, there's no criminal past. That's why Nikki took a little bit of a while to get. Yeah, because we had to cover up the murders before we could plug her in. But so yeah, we go through a pretty long process just to make sure that whoever wants to jump into life groups are convinced also in their hearts that this is what God has for them.
Wow,
and that they have a strong motivation to really serve. Because it'll take that, to be honest, to go through a year with 5 to 10 teenagers who might drive you crazy. You'll need to be sure of that it's a calling in your life, and that that God is with you, or else you'll jump ship at the first sign of trouble. So
wow, thank you, George. Pastor Matt.
That's great. Yes. Well, we only have another minute or so. I'd love to hear Nikki and Anna. You've been leading for now, 4 long weeks, and 4 weeks in SSM can feel like 4 years sometimes, or 4 months. Yeah. Jordan and I, we can relate to that. But
it's like heaven.
It's like heaven, exactly. Yes, every week. But I'd love to hear just real quick, maybe one blessing that you've already experienced, Nick's and Anna, being a life group leader, just in these few short weeks. What is one blessing, one thing that maybe God has already shown you or taught you as a leader in SSM, as a life group leader? Anna, why don't you start?
Oh, wow. Gosh, actually, there's like 2 or 3 things have come to mind already. It's just amazing how in such a short span of time, God is showing us how he's really working in the lives of these young people. So first of all, so I've had two teenagers who have told me that they actually came to seek SSM, seek church on their own. So their parents are not members of the church. One of them just found us through the internet. She just used to kind of attend by herself. She would even commute to go to the venue. And I was just blessed at how amazing the hunger for God is in these young people. I don't think I had the same kind of tenacity when I was their age. And she's doing this through challenges as well, connectivity issues, equipment issues, and that sort of thing. So to me, that's such a great witness. I mean, we think we're serving them, but actually they're also kind of encouraging and inspiring and convicting us. And the second one was I had another student who, in the midst of our discussion on sin, she was able to really, share a very powerful testimony to another student who was also struggling. And I had to cut my lesson short because she was doing a better job than I was. And I was just happy to let her take the stage. And I think she was really, really effective in kind of making my other student think about, those very, very fundamental issues. So I'm really looking forward to more of those kinds of blessings and interactions with them.
Thank you, Anna. That's great. Next, how about you?
No, for me, at the Anna hit a lot of just the blessing that you get, just getting to minister to students and just see how they're showing up or how they're pitching in and helping one another out. And so for me, I think the blessing that I want to highlight is just, the community of leaders that we have. Because there's 4 of us here now, but we're really representing, how many are we? 20? 16?
Yeah.
Wow. Like 16 to 20 life group leaders leading all different ages of girls and boys from grade 7 to grade 12. And really just watching how each of these people love on their kids. There's that sense of trust, and they make every effort to reach out, to visit if they drop something off if they can.
That's Ate Ana and Kuya. That's Ate Ana and Kuya Dela.
Yeah.
competitive spirit kicking in. no, but just whether it's that or whether it's how they encourage the teenagers to speak up, how they encourage them to, how they make sure and check in on them every now and then, or just how a leader is able to love on a kid, on a teenager, and just like what Anna was saying, because I grew up, knowing church, but I was kind of, as an introvert, I was just kind of not really engaging with any leader who came out, who came to me. But to be able to be that someone, to be the leader that I would have wanted, and to just to be able to engage with students, and just I get inspired, honestly, by the different people, by watching it and seeing the stories of how the other leaders are serving. So I think in general, it's just community. It's just being able to be part of something is what's a big blessing for me in life groups.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nix, for that.
Thank you, guys.
And Nix, I have to say, as not just as the pastor here at Saddleback, but as a dad, I just want to say thank you for investing in my daughter. My daughter's in your group, and that means more to me as a dad than it does to me as a pastor, to be honest, because my daughter is being invested in and loved on and shepherded from you and your co-leader. And so thank you for saying yes, and the sacrifice that both of you are making, because it is it takes time and energy, and every week to plan and prepare a lesson and facilitate that lesson, and to follow up with parents and students. So thank you for that. Joran, I'd love for you to just to kind of give one last final, if there's parents watching who's maybe students are on the outside looking in, or students that jump on and see part of this, give one final just plug or just encouragement to them as they kind of consider being a part of SSM and why they should.
Sure. Well, to all parents, I just want to let you guys know registration is still open. Even beyond your own teenagers, if if you have family, friends that have teenagers that might need a community, a faith-based community of love and security, a registration is still open. You can just head over to our Facebook page, and it's all the links are there. And if someone here is interested in serving, my first thing would be, pray about it. Make sure that there's a sense of God leading you to it, because that's really important. And as soon as that's clear, hey, let us know. I'll be so excited to get you guys in the process. And I just want to say thank you to everyone watching. I want to thank you to PMAT, Kuya Mike. Thank you guys for inviting us today.
Yeah.
And all the life group leaders watching, you guys are champs. So proud of you guys. And let me just say, this is a bit of a plug. Ate Anna, Nikki, I got to talk to Nai and Faye yesterday, and I asked them how it's been, how life groups has been. And, I just want to tell you guys, they love it. They're so inspired by you guys and such great things. And, I can echo Pastor Matt, Pastor Mike, and the whole leadership team when we tell you we have full confidence that you guys are supposed to be here. And this is where God wants you to be. And that role is for you. So thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Anna, Joran, Nix, and thank you, church family. Thank you for all the love to SSM. There's someone named Elvie that's saying go life group leaders. Not sure who that is.
She's probably the most competitive life group leader. Yeah.
She's the most fun.
And the most fun.
That's great. All right, guys. God bless you, church.
Thank you.
Thanks
God bless. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great week, you guys. Love you guys.
Turkey.
Bye-bye. Yes.